Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the first episode of Kiniro Mosaic. Now, as the title says at the very end, this is a semi-blind reaction, which in this case it means that I've technically seen the anime before, like when it first came out, so 5 years ago, roughly, and my memory is not really all that great, so I feel like this will be very similar to a blind reaction in a lot of regards, and even though it may not be as ideal as a blind reaction, it will definitely be well, I'm fairly confident that it will be worth watching. Nonetheless, if you really enjoy this show and or watching me react to things, if nothing else, it's an excuse to rewatch it yourself if you've been meaning to do that. So this video is kind of an experiment just to see if this is something people have any interest in watching at all. So I guess I'll see one way or the other. So yeah, since this is the first episode, I want to say that the way I do things for the people that are new here, that way I do things is I don't play any audio from the anime for copyright reasons, and also for copyright reasons, the footage that I do show up here is kind of distorted, so that's the reason why that's the case. So if you want the ideal experience, you want to put your own copy of the anime in front of mine and just kind of sync it all up, which is a little bit of a pain, of course, but if that's why I show enough to kind of for you to follow along, but that's an option for those that want to do that. So anyway, yeah, this anime, what I do remember about it is that is about a person that liked blonde girls and a blonde girl that goes to live with her. So, well, go to the same school. I actually don't remember if they live with each other or not, but she did transfer to Japan. So, yes, there was definitely some good stuff there. So, yeah, let's get into it and see how this goes. Three, two, one, play. Gotta have those cinematic bars to start us off. The English, wow, the first line of the anime is English. That's great. I think that's Shinobu. Uh, that would be what it is, yes. To America? No. England. Well, that's the next best thing. But next time, come to America. We'll treat you right. We'll treat you adequately. Uh, this is definitely England. There's no doubt about that. Don't get lost. Is she really allowed to just travel by herself? Like, I mean, what is she, like 9 here? No, she cannot speak English. That's one thing I remember as well. Uh, apparently. Pray hard. That will probably need it. Would that happen to be a blonde girl by any chance? Adorable blonde girl that eventually follows you home. Currently on her way to Hogwarts. Have you arrived? Still don't get why they would let her travel on her own. Just I wouldn't trust her to do that. That's probably the guy we're waiting for. Unless there's another Shinobu around here. Which is unlikely since we're in England. Probably not a common name here. It's a very lovely home. Looks good. Yes, there she is. Alice. I bet she's never seen so much open space before. Oh, she's just hiding back there. She really was adorable. Oh no, she's looking at me. Mommy, do something. That's literally the only English word I know, so please respond. Nice, I like how they did the opposites. Yes, I know you have a fetish for that. uh, you know she wants to take her home just right here and right now. What is she? Oh, she's just hiding again. I thought maybe she was gonna go get something. I guess I really don't remember very much, aside from the basic premise and characters. Oh no, these people, they walk inside with their shoes on. What is wrong with these barbarians? Love you, Shinobu. And it's still doing the black bars. Hopefully that's what the old episode's like. She's just having the time of her life, isn't she? Yes, can I please take Ellis home with me? That's not quite the question I said, but it's fairly close. She actually kind of does. But yeah, actually pretty good English, really. Yeah. This anime has some of the best English in anime, really. Possibly more, you know. She does have blonde hair, after all. Nice to meet you, Alice. Now go hug her. And that's the important thing, of course. I need an adult. Man, she's even smaller than Shinobu. Yes, it's... I think this one's just above average in scariness level. Most of them are pretty cute. You said the Japanese thing that Japanese people say. The best homestay ever, I'm Shinobu, you're free to eat it. Eat a dessert. They would have wanted that way. I just love the English so much. You'll fix that, my dear. That would be great. uh... Very true. Caught it always with the words of wisdom. And the funny doll. You really don't know how much I love the English in this show. That was one of the big highlights of this for me, so... If I laugh half the time someone speaks English, don't be surprised. You have a certain blonde lolly to hunt down? She's probably around here somewhere. You couldn't have gotten far on those tiny legs. It's no fair, Poppy. I want to do that. I'm not sure how licking is a clever thing. Oh no. Oh, guess I guess he's gonna defend Alice. It was a close call, but I survived. It really wasn't. It was just the dog. This really does seem like a really nice homestay. Like, I'd go back as often as they'd have me if I was Shinobu. She's just the cutest. I will treasure this for life. Maybe I can find some blonde hair on it. Which will go with my collection, of course. It's like I'm gonna thank you one way or the other. You can't run from me. Arigato is one of the most basic Japanese words there are, so. Oh, Shinobu. Again, not taking no for an answer. It's a good thing Shinobu's so pushy. Probably wouldn't have made much progress otherwise. Another funny doll. Nice. The weapon. I know it's not a weapon, I'm joking. Maybe it is a weapon, good god. I don't think that's how you use it. My god, Shinobu, seriously, they let you travel on your own. I wouldn't trust you with that thing near me again if I was Alice. I really wouldn't. We just call it a professional. You're going to poke your eye out, Shinobu. Alice, kiss and make it feel better. She knows the word. And trust me, Alice, you're better off learning Japanese than she is learning English, so study up. Yeah, she did so well with the hairpin. Why wouldn't you trust her in the kitchen? You say hi, but I know you don't understand what she says. It's not a competition, Alice. I forgot how much time to dedicate to this. Poppy, none for you. I hold a grudge. You look great in that, Shinobu. And a montage of fun events. Crossword puzzle. Let's not get anything too complex for Shinobu. This is just pure warmth and happiness here. And it's already over. You know, Shinobu, if I was in your position, I would not let them make me leave. Not surprised. You are Japanese, right, Shinobu? That is the question. Are we gonna have a bath together? Oh, nice. Yeah, it doesn't quite measure up to Japanese baths, so. If I went to Japan, taking a bath would be one of the first things I did. Right before the maid cafe. What exactly does Japan smell like? I guess it probably would smell like sakura petals. I guess if you're engulfed in the scent of Japan, you wouldn't want to get out, so makes sense. Of course, the bedspread on the bed, a little bit on the nose for showing that we're in England, but it's getting the point across. Yes, you are more than welcome to. She... God damn it, Shinobu. You're more than welcome to. It's amazing. There are maid cafes and ninja and samurai and geisha and big baths and... Oh, and mechs. There's also mechas. Oh, yeah. She'll meet her eventually. Ugh. And yeah, it's over. Gotta go home, back to Japan. Surprised Shinobu doesn't ask Alice if she can have a lock of her hair as a souvenir. I knew I'd get this right eventually. They didn't even make you bleed this time. You know, Shinobu, you can't just say hello as a response to everything. It doesn't work that way. Especially when it's the exact opposite of what you're trying to say. Konnichiwa indeed. uh, that has gotta be the most confusing goodbye I've ever seen in my life. But I know Alice will learn plenty of Japanese, and Shinobu, well, Shinobu will be Shinobu. And now I had to wait for her to transfer into our school. Surprised I don't have that framed. That's such an important picture. Why does your blanket not have a Japanese flag symbol on it? Call yourself Japanese. I'll get up eventually, Mom. Don't worry. Never mind. Why would I go to school when I'm perfectly happy in my bed? Like, in Wonderland. Which, you know, goes with Alice's name, Alice in Wonderland. And for her, I guess Japan would be Wonderland. You're no Poppy. I bet she's traumatized from her days with Poppy. Doesn't want to be around dogs anymore. My friends! Of course, who else would send me something? Yes, the other name for England. Of course. Alice probably didn't account for that. I guess you can't Google Translate a letter. Well... well... maybe Alice just kind of assumed you learned English in these few years. Probably. I wouldn't know. Don't pile on the pressure. But yeah, it's obviously means Shinobu's coming. Alice is coming. I think she's saying she's happy to be wearing the school uniform. Yeah, old habits from the homestay. Ah, she's already here. Shinobu, you had terrible timing. Uh, probably Shinobu didn't immediately pop up and say, where? Yes, she picked the... My god, Alice, you are great. That's basically as good as a picture, yeah. She just brought the doll. Shinobu, you're too late, she already left. But I'm pretty sure you'll be in the same class, so... you know. I guess you can't unsee that now. You're way too excited for somebody that couldn't even want to get out of bed. That's funny, she just can't unsee it. She just looks like the doll. I'm sure everyone's excited for the foreigner transfer student, especially when she's a cute girl. There we go. That's a face of happiness. Yes. It's improved a lot in these few years. Meanwhile, my English has not improved in the slightest. I can still say hello, though. Surprised you can see over the podium. Oh man, Shinobu. Yeah, did you really expect her to be able to read that? Oh. For those of you that don't know, Romaji is basically taking Japanese symbols and writing the same sounds using English characters. Like, you know, what the karaoke I'm looking at right now does above the Japanese. It is really over already. Yeah. The series is just as amazing as I remember, no doubt about that. But yeah, the other one girl was Shinobu's sister. She was somebody's sister. Karen. She hasn't shown up to school yet, but that'll be fun when she does. Karen is just amazing. Especially because it gives, you know, Alice somebody to have English conversations with. Because you know it's never going to happen with Shinobu. Very cute wink. Wish I could hear what they were talking about there. Gotta have hand-holding in a pseudo-Yuri series. Yeah, if you can't tell, I love this anime a lot. It's hard to believe, right? It's like we're in an anime or something. Don't take her seriously, Alice. She won't actually do that. Actually, knowing Shinobu, maybe that is a concern. It's scary when you say it. Because you are like that. Very cool name. Just, she is so easily scared. Probably because she's scared, it just breaks a little bit. But Alice, you're supposed to say Tabenai de Kudasai, like, you know, Kimono Friends. I know that came out after this anime, but... Nobody should ever think that. With Shinobu? Hopefully? Yes, okay. Dreams do come true. That was already the idea, Shinobu. Yeah, she wasn't actually gonna be a homeless person. You have no idea. They're the best together. It always seems funny whenever a foreigner does these Japanese things like that. uh, yes. Maybe you could teach my silly daughter some English. Oh wow, a kimono. You are going full-on Japanese. Well, you don't have to go that far. Not everyone can be a Yamato Nadeshiko, I'm afraid. Yeah, I thought the episode was about over, but... And she is shaking a lot. Nice. It's not like she wanted a, you know, any souvenir from England or anything. The happiest, second happiest day of my life. The first one being when we met, of course. Of course you do. Of course you do. Just that whole thing where she brought that doll to Japan as an alternative of having a Shinobu photo to show people was just the funniest thing. But yeah, that was the first episode of Kiniro Mosaic, and it was just as amazing as I remember. So we started off with Shinobu out doing a homestay in England, where she met Alice, just a wonderful girl of adorableness that was very shy upon their first meeting, just hiding behind her mom. But Shinobu was pretty proactive in getting closer to her, and it definitely worked to the point where Alice actually followed her back to Japan. Well, not immediately, later on to transfer into high school, but the point is she had an influence on Alice, so they're gonna have a very fun high school life together. So I'm sure if Shinobu knew about that ahead of time, she would have got out of bed much faster in the morning. But yeah, that's pretty much what our setup is here. Most of it was the homestay, and just a little bit of actually at the school showing Alice transferring in, and she's just really happy to be there. Shinobu's extremely happy to have Alice be there, and yeah, I just love how the red-haired girl, I don't remember her name, but yeah, I just love how she just could not unsee the whole doll looking like Shinobu. That was probably the funniest moment of the entire episode. Just that was just the best. But yeah, I don't really have a lot to say on it really, because just not a lot happened. It was mostly about Shinobu enjoying England and becoming very close with Alice, which was definitely fun to watch. There was just so much cuteness there. It looked like such a fun homestay. The mother seemed pretty nice. The dog did attack Shinobu at some point, and perhaps she has a bit of trauma in regards to dogs, or perhaps I'm just reading way too into that one scene, but still, I think that was probably a very precious memory for both Shinobu and Alice, so I look forward to seeing them getting along well in the future. So yeah, just gonna skim through it real quick, see if there's anything else, any little details. Shinobu chasing Alice around in circles was absolutely adorable as well. The conversation we had with Alice and Kaden about, that you don't have to speak the same language to communicate, that was a nice little conversation as well. And yeah. I wish I had more to say about it, really, but it's just that kind of show where you don't have a lot to say on it. But anyway, like I said, this first reaction here is very much a test to see what kind of response this gets. Now, personally, with my own biased opinion, I think I did a pretty good job with this first episode reaction. Like, it wasn't noticeably worse than it would be if it was a blind reaction, so... But I am curious about what your guys' thoughts on that. Do you want me to continue with this? Do you not? I might continue with it anyway, regardless, but I still want to know what your guys' thoughts are on this. If I do continue with this, it probably won't be any kind of set schedule. It'll probably just be when I feel like it. I am trying to maximize the enjoyment of this, make it feel just like a very fun, nostalgia, going back to when a beloved anime type thing, rather than some kind of rigid, okay, this is this day type thing, which I do for most of my reactions. So yeah, like I said, let me know what you think. I love this anime. I do think I could do a pretty good reaction to it going forward. And yeah. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.